Sometimes when I've been in the shed, I'm reluctant to go back inside. If I've had time here when I have just sat in the presence of God and I've just allowed myself to remember that I'm his child and I'm loved, and I've read his word and gained insight into more of his character, which is so beautiful, I can be reluctant to go back inside and get on with the ordinariness of the day. And last week I was looking at the Gospel of John, right at the beginning, where it talks about how Jesus is the Word and he was there at the beginning and he came to live among us. And the Greek and the Aramaic translation for lived among us is actually pitched his tent among us. And there was something about that, something about the muddle of canvas and tent pegs and poles and guy lines that made it seem more real, more vital. And at the same time, I was looking into the hospitality of God and hospitality for myself towards others. And the combination of those things meant that at the end of my time in the shed a week ago, I asked Jesus to come back into the house with me. And before I went inside, I just thought that through. What would that be like? And I imagined Jesus coming to the door and me opening the door to him, really, really, really excited and feeling so privileged, so honoured that he wanted to come in and wanting him to know how welcome he was and to feel that welcome. And then came my first dilemma, because Monday morning is my sorting out day, and it's sorting out after a busy weekend, and very often there's washing up in the sink and paperwork seems to have multiplied and gone for a walk, and my kitchen table is covered. But I can't put Jesus in the sitting room while I get on with things in the other room and scurry around to get it tidy for him. That wasn't going to work at all. And I thought about what difference he would make in the other rooms, and I thought about the peace and the rest that he would bring into bedrooms, places where we sleep and we stop at the end of each day. So I thought a few things out and then boldly invited Jesus in. The welcome that I knew I wanted to extend to Jesus was the same welcome that he prompted me to give to others who came in through the door. And as Daniel's carers came in, I wanted them to know that they were accepted, that I saw them, not just their role, and I welcomed them into our home. I wanted them to sense that they were accepted and welcomed. And then, of course, I had to invite Jesus into my muddle of a kitchen, and I didn't know what of all the stuff that I needed to do he was going to be suggesting that I did or helping me with. Interestingly, it's as though the muddle didn't matter at all. And what he did was just nudge me to contact a few people. I'd thought about how I wanted Daniel to be treated, knowing that Jesus would treat him of so much worth, of so much value. So I prayed that everyone would treat Daniel with honour and with respect and giving him a sense of being worth it during the day. I boldly went and I asked Andrew to very deliberately invite Jesus onto every one of his Zoom meetings during the day. And I thought of what a difference Jesus would make to Andrew and to Beth as they worked, and I prayed accordingly. I prayed the blessings of his presence and his peace and his creativity into their working day. And Jesus was just there with me during the day. It was extraordinary. And I remembered that Jesus likes families. He likes people. He He enjoys the interaction of people, one with another. And gardening with Jesus is just not a chore at all, because you can't be bored or fed up with work when you are out there with the master gardener. The mundane was transformed into something so creative, so fun. And I didn't really want the day to end. It was extraordinary what a difference it made. There was just one moment when something was said about someone else that wasn't honouring, and I felt this twinge of sadness, this pain almost. And because I'd been spending the day with Jesus, I knew it for what it was. And the whole day was such a privilege. And I've never been able to easily carry the presence of the Holy Spirit with me. It's as though I have to crank it up, consciously go, now concentrate, come on, where is he? Feel the Holy Spirit. And I've always found that so difficult. But this, inviting Jesus in to come and sit in my kitchen, and we chatted while I got on with jobs. And to know that he was there breathing his peace into every situation and his beauty and love. It was an amazing day. It was a day full of delight and joy and indescribable. And now, in a way, I can't wait to carry the presence of Jesus back into my ordinary day.